Welcome to Gardens of Soul Coaching, part of the Healing Parables Project. This story was created to support your heart during uncertain times. May it bring you clarity, calm, and the gentle reminder that even when the path disappears, your inner light remains. The parable of Live, how to move forward through uncertainty. Once, in a small town nestled at the foot of the mountains, there lived a young woman named Liv. Her name meant life, and as she would later realize, it was no coincidence. Liv was intelligent and full of dreams. She loved making plans, beautiful, detailed, and inspiring. She had a planner with color-coded tabs, reminders on her phone, and a vision board on her wall. She believed that if you knew what you wanted and followed the steps, life would work out. But one day, everything stopped going according to plan. First, the university she was about to attend shut down. Then her mother got sick, and Liv had to move to another state. She didn't know anyone there. The job she had just landed ended 3 months later. The company laid off half the staff. In a short time, everything she had carefully built collapsed like a house of cards. Liv felt like her boat had been set adrift in open water without a map or compass. How am I supposed to live like this? She asked herself. How can I make plans when everything keeps falling apart? She started waking up at night, anxiety tightening in her chest. She replayed the events over and over in her mind, trying to find the mistake. One morning, overwhelmed, Liv went out for a walk in the woods. She wandered aimlessly for a long time until she found herself beneath an old tree. Among the roots and fallen leaves, she sat down and began to cry. "I'm tired," she whispered. "I thought if I planned well enough, I could control life. But now I don't even know who I am or where I'm going." And then, as if in response, a soft wind stirred. It rustled the tree branches, and a few leaves gently floated to the ground. One landed on Liv's lap, golden yellow with warm orange veins. She picked it up and noticed something. The leaf didn't resist the wind, but it also didn't lose itself. It moved with the current, but its shape, its structure, its beauty remained until the end. It didn't become something else. It remained a leaf. That moment stirred something in her. Liv smiled through her tears. That night, she didn't write new goals in her planner. Instead, she wrote down values. The things that remained true no matter what. Kindness, curiosity, care, honesty, courage. Those words lit a quiet, inner light. From that moment, Liv began to plan differently. She no longer drew detailed roadmaps for the next 5 years. Instead, she chose a direction. If a path collapsed, she didn't see it as failure. She asked herself, how can I stay true to my values here, in this new place? When her next project didn't work out, Liv got a job at a small library. It wasn't her dream, but she found joy in helping children pick out books, telling them about authors, and even hosting little reading groups. It connected to her value of sharing knowledge and being of service. When a year later she was invited to join an educational program abroad, she didn't say, "But that wasn't part of my plan." She said, "That sounds like an adventure, something that speaks to my curiosity." When she returned home, she realized she had changed. Not because her life was finally stable, but because she had built trust. Not in predictions or schedules, but in herself. In the part of her that could adapt, choose, and respond. In the part of her that didn't lose its shape, even while moving in the winds of change. Years later, Liv shared her story with others. Students, friends, children at the library. She would say, "Imagine you're building a home, not from bricks, but from fabric. The wind may shake it, but it won't collapse, because its foundation isn't rigid walls. It's warm threads, woven from your values. Plans may shift, but if you know who you are, you'll always find your way." And those who heard her felt a quiet peace settle in their chest, as if someone had lifted a heavy stone and whispered, "You don't have to have it all figured out. What matters is remembering who you want to be, even when the road changes unexpectedly." And so Liv, whose name meant life, truly lived, authentically, flexibly, gently, and with light. The end.